Hola, ¿cómo están? And what is going on, guys? DarkScheme here, back to bring you a little bit of info going into the Halo World Championship Finals and the group play. So as you guys know, there was a pool of players that were going to the finals from all over the world, and those pools were not being actually played. Those were being chosen to determine the groups within the finals, and today on Twitter, the groups were being determined. So here are the groups that we're going to be looking at in the finals. So this will determine the teams and who they will be playing up against. And some of these groups are kind of insane, to be completely honest. As far as what I've heard, this is going to be one of the most interesting finals, especially because the European teams are coming out strong. In Halo 5, there is definitely a higher skill gap, but the Europeans have been keeping up. All these teams have been playing out of their minds. They have been dedicating so much time to Halo, and in the finals, this is the time to show all their hard work and determination. So in Group A, we have Chosen Squad coming from Latin America, Excellence coming from Europe, Allegiance from the US, and Team Liquid from the US. Definitely one of the harder pools. Allegiance and Liquid being both from the US, XL, and Chosen Squad will definitely have to prove their worth in Group A. Coming in Group B is Infused from Europe, Exiles from Australia/New Zealand, Evil Geniuses from US, and Renegades from the US. Group B will be one to watch, as this is one of the first groups that does have an Australian/New Zealand team, and we can see how well the Australians/New Zealanders can keep up with both the European scene and the US scene. Infused will definitely have to come out strong to try and beat Evil Geniuses and Renegades, one of the more aggressive teams from the US. Definitely been improving a lot in recent online scrims, so we'll have to keep an eye out on Renegades and see how they do up against both in Group B, and if they are able to get out of their group, we will see how they do up against other teams. Coming up in Group C is Immunity from Australia/New Zealand, Denial from the US, Fab from Europe, Germany, and Elevate from the US. Now, Elevate was formerly Noble. The players from Noble recently left that organization and were picked up by Elevate. So Elevate will see a roster at the finals. This one's definitely a group with a ton of new talent. Seeing all these new faces and young guns in Group C will definitely determine how the other groups will play in the finals. Coming in Group D is Counterlogic Gaming from the US, Skyfire from Asia, Epsilon from Europe, and Cloud9 from the US. It's worth noting that Cloud9 actually did pick up Triggers Pound, and Triggers Pound was definitely one of the teams who were decently practiced, were able to make finals from the US, and since then they have been putting in a lot of time and effort, and seeing as they were a kind of leftovers team, they're definitely improving and are putting in a ton of good practice in online scrims. And because this is the only group with an Asian team, we'll see how this works out, we'll see how it plays. And Epsilon, one of the stronger European teams, a ton of first place finishes from them, so definitely not going to be an easy one for Cloud9. And having CLG, Counterlogic Gaming, the number one seed in the US, will be worth watching. So Group D, definitely one of the more interesting ones. And the prize pool for the World Finals has finally hit 2.5 million, and that is the final number for the finals prize pool. $2.5 million is what all these 16 teams will be competing over, and distribution is as follows. First place winners will get $1 million. Second place will get $500,000. Third through fourth place will get $250,000. Fifth through eighth place will get $75,000. And ninth through 16th will get $25,000. This is, once again, the most money Halo players have had the opportunity to play for. So all these teams will be fighting to win a nice chunk of that $2.5 million, and hopefully we see a ton of great games being played out from all these 16 teams from around the world. And getting into the maps and game types, very similar to what we saw from the North American regionals. Not many changes So as far as maps, we do have Coliseum, and Coliseum will see Capture the Flag and Slayer game types being played on it. Eden will have Strongholds and Slayer. Plaza will have Strongholds and Slayer. The Rig will have Strongholds and Slayer. Truth will see Capture the Flag and Slayer. Empire will have Strongholds. Fathom will have Capture the Flag. And Regret will have Slayer. These are the final maps and game types. They have not been changed. They have not been altered. These will all be the game types that people will be playing within their groups. So these are all the game types that teams have been practicing for the past few weeks and will continue to practice until the finals later this month. And that is your final look at the teams, at the groups. What do you guys think about all these teams going into the World Finals? Do you think the US is too dominant and there will only be US top 8 finishes? Or do you think some teams from around the world, like from Europe, like from Latin America, and possibly Australia, Asia, will be able to fight for a top 8 finish or possibly upset some teams and make a great Halo World Championship Finals debut? Let me know in the comments section. Keep an eye out for more information regarding the Halo World Finals. It is going to be exciting and insane, taking place March 18th through the 20th. And as always, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Remain.